Assalamualaikum and welcome to another episode of Zealfit TV. This is another episode of Project Zealfit 3.0. Today I'm here at the new place and we're going to do a bit of cleaning up, washing to be honest, to get rid of all the dust and dirt. So we have some cleaners over and they're going to clean this first floor first because what we're going to do is we're going to prep for the epoxy. So they'll work their way downwards and then we're probably going to do the epoxy. I don't know whether it's going to be today or it's going to be tomorrow, but whatever it is, this floor needs to be cleaned up, plus the office floor as well. And then if they have time, they're probably going to do the ground floor as well. So I've asked them to also clean up the equipment as much as they can, especially those with caked mud on them. So hopefully, inshallah, we'll have everything done by today, if not tomorrow. Okay, it's been a few hours now, a couple of hours actually, that they've started cleaning the place, and I'm beginning to see strange things like this. The water is just dripping from upstairs, so I need to find out what exactly that is. And you can see that the water is coming down the stairs, so I have to be careful because I'm barefooted and I don't want to slip and fall and hurt my knee again. So this is the first floor. Okay, they haven't cleaned this place up yet. I think the water might have the water might come from here. There's a hole there, and that's why. I hate it when people waste water. Because I'm the one who's paying, right? Alhamdulillah, we're done for the day. And actually, the cleaners actually went back like a couple of hours ago. But I'm still here just to do a little bit of work. Although I don't have any internet, I'm tethering using my phone to work. And so let me just show you around. This is the office space. So everything has been cleaned up pretty good. No complaints here. It is as clean as it can possibly be. One of the things that I noticed is that the water pressure upstairs is not very strong, so I might have to oh man, my feet is dirty. I might have to so I might have to install what do you call that thing? The water pump. There you go. Okay, we're now at the first floor, and similarly everything is done, and the floor looks dry. So basically we cannot do the epoxy on the floor today, so we're going to do it tomorrow, and hopefully the floor will be dry by then. Now another thing that I found out is that the shower in this particular bathroom is not working. So I've already alerted the landlord about it, and hopefully they'll come soon enough because I think that shower needs to be fixed as soon as possible. So okay, so now tomorrow what will happen is that Amin, one of my friends, is going to come and do the epoxy thing, and that would probably take maybe a couple of days, and hopefully we can get it done by Thursday, and then the next step would be actually not to move the equipment just yet, because what we decided just now between me and Amin is that the equipment should come after we fix the crane on the first floor. Now, why a crane? Because I think it's crazy to bring up all this equipment all the way up onto the first floor. Now, when I say the first floor, it's actually the third floor, because we have the ground floor, and then we have the mezzanine floor, and then the top floor, right? So I want to make sure that, you know, when we bring up the equipment, it's not going to tax anyone because it's Ramadan anyway. Plus, I do foresee that in the future, I would be bringing up and down equipment as and when Eleco comes up with new equipment. There are some equipment that I'm hoping my collaboration with F1 Recreation would bring to this place as well. So there's a lot of things that we are planning to do, and the first stage of bringing our equipment from USJ1 to here is just the first step. So that's why I feel that I need to invest in this crane, so that in the future, if there's any reason that I have to bring down the equipment, like you know, because we are sponsoring MEP as well for the competition setup, and the powerlifting platform is going to be upstairs, so if they want to host it somewhere besides this place, then we have to bring it down. And I think the safest and easiest way would be to use the crane, where we just drop it down from the, not to say drop it down, we lower it down from the first floor all the way down. I think that's best, and that's safest. It's a bit of money that needs to be spent, but I would think that it's going to be money well spent. Okay, so that's it for today. We're going to continue this particular episode with the epoxy, which is tomorrow, inshallah. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I came here today to oversee the guys applying the epoxy on the flooring on the first and also the mezzanine floor. But apparently they want to do it at night, so that means I cannot oversee anything. But I have a friend of mine to actually to do that for me. Unfortunately, I cannot capture the work that they're doing, so it doesn't matter. In any case, this is the epoxy that we're going to use, and the color is misty grey, and we have a layer of epoxy hardener, and then of course the epoxy itself. So altogether there are, the epoxy itself has how many did we buy? 4, 8, I think about 10 tins. That should be more than enough to do at least 2 layers of epoxy on 2 layers on each floor, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it's already 3 p.m. now, and there's nothing else that I can do here. Oh, but before that, what I did today was that I actually dragged that locker over to that side and actually cleaned it up, because remember, it was flooded and there was a lot of dried mud, and I had to just use a cloth and then just clean it up myself. And guess what? Inside the lockers, I found these stuff. This belongs to some of my previous Zealfit members when we were in Space U8, and I've tried to contact them to see whether they want to come and pick them up. Some of them says that they don't want, but we've got like ROM trees, we've got the legacy lifters, and A7 deadlift shoes and whatnot. So if they're not coming to get it, I'm just gonna sell it off, or don't get and give the proceeds to charity or something like that. So it depends. Anyway, I'm out of here today, and hopefully when I come back tomorrow, I hope that they've done the flooring, and I hope that it turns out as well as how I imagine it in my head. Okay, so after that is done, then actually we're going to do the windows, and we're going to put a crane in so that we can lift all the equipment up and down anytime that we want. And so that's going to happen probably in the next few days. I'm not too sure, because we still need to get the window guys to come and measure and make sure that everything is doable, and then I have to purchase the crane and whatnot. But there's still a lot of stuff that's going to happen this week, but I'll share that with you in another episode. Okay, I'm back here at the new headquarters, and I'm going to check out the epoxy work that was done last night. So let's go. Okay, this is the office floor. Not too sure whether I can step. I don't want to wear my shoes, so I'm just going to take off my shoes. Probably I shouldn't be stepping on this, but let me just show you the whole floor. Looks good. FYI, this is just one layer of epoxy, and this is not done professionally because I need to save cost. So hopefully this is more than sufficient to brighten up the place. And so this is going to be my office, right? So there's going to be some furnitures in here as well, and I think it should be, I don't know, it should be nice, right? But I think looking at the floor, I guess this looks as good as it can get, right? I'm not too sure, how professionals do it, but looking at this, I have no complaints so far. So let's check out the one upstairs for the gym. All right. Okay, we're now at the third floor. I actually went in just now. I think it's pretty dry, so let me just show you this. Yep. Smell is not too bad. So let me just show you guys. It looks nice. I like it. It's even enough, in my opinion, and whatever unevenness or blemishes, it's not a major point of concern for me, at least, because some of these areas we need to cover with platforms and rubber mats and whatnot. So it looks pretty okay, in my opinion. Smooth enough. The floor is smooth, but because we didn't treat the floor, we just painted over the floor without doing anything to it, and so you can see some rough patches here and there. But for the most part, everything looks very even. So I'm pretty happy with this, considering that it doesn't cost too much, which is what I like. I'm going to end this episode right here so that it doesn't get too long and too boring for you guys to watch. I think the next step that we have to do is that right at the end of this hall is where we want to change the windows at the back and to make it a sliding window, and then we're going to put a crane so that we can lift equipment in and out of this floor. After that, only we're going to bring in the rest of the equipment. So the timeline is like, we're going to give it probably about a week for the window guys to fix the new window, and then the crane, I can just simply order them right now and it'll be here within a couple of days. And then fixing the crane in, and then only we can move. So I suppose probably next weekend we can actually take all the balance equipment from USJ1 and then bring it over here. After that, it's about the ID, the interior designer for the office, and that's probably the most expensive one. I also just remember we also have to do the CCTV and also the access system, which I've already engaged the contractor. So the first thing that he has to do is to dismantle all the CCTV at USJ1, and then we have to figure out where to put these cameras, because this place, as I mentioned, comes with two cameras, and I have 8 over the other place. So I don't think we need that many, but we're probably gonna be very selective in terms of where we put the cameras. One thing that I don't want is all these cables running through the walls. Might not look that nice, and I want to minimize as much drilling as possible on the walls, but obviously it has to be balanced with the practicality of having CCTV and the safety aspect of it. Okay, so that's pretty much what is left. I'm not too sure if there's anything else. Oh, the business license will come much later, I suppose, once everything has settled down. So thank you for watching this episode. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to it and turn on the notifications so that you'll be informed of every time we put up a new video. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, comments about our project, about Eleco or the equipment, please leave your comments and questions in the comment section below. And if you need to get in touch with me, my description is my details are in the description. Okay guys, I'm happy with how things have turned out, and I hope to see you in the next Project Zealfit 3.0 episode. Bye.